the idea behind this, and you expressed a lot of interest last week and in previous weeks about getting going with building your first model railway layout.
Exactly.
So I thought that I'd bring this in and we could work on this together over the coming weeks.
And if anybody's out there like me who needs a helping hand or doesn't know where to start in building your rail, we're going to do it here on the show.
That's it live.
We're going to spend, 10, 15 minutes a week. We're going to build a rail. We're going to build a layout.
We're going to learn something.
Probably not Marlin, but you know what?
I'm always learning. Always.
Got to learn about you.
Technically, this is the first 009 narrow gauge layout that I've worked on before, so this is new for me as well.
What's 009?
So 009 is, so you know 00 scale, which is the...
I know 007.
007, yeah. He has a license to kill, but
that's right.
009 gives you a license to train.
A license to thrill.
Ah.
But so yeah, anyway, it's 1 to 76 scale is the scale factor. So actually the same as our car of the week.
Don't give it away.
But it's just the car of the week. But
right.
Now you know the scale, but that wasn't part of the question, was it?
So the car of the week could go in the diorama.
Yes, technically it could. That would actually work in the diorama.
Oh, look out.
So
we've got an addition already to the diorama.
Technically that's the scale. There you go. So it shows you how small these trains are. So narrow gauge, yeah.
It's bigger than the train.
It's actually about the same length.
So it shows you how compact it is.
It's a small train.
That's why they use them on the small tracks.
Luckily, we've got radii 5 curves in.
No, these are special. These are a special, I made it up myself, curve radius.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about that because obviously we're going to be skipping the track laying part.
Well, how about, let's have a closer look at it from the top.
For sure.
And then do this.
Looks like BJ's cat's been scratching at it.
Well, it's me.
So you're hungry?
I'm always hungry.
I think I bought this online, but it was just a sheet of extruded foam. Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's blue. It's the best stuff, I think, for making a small layout because it's very easy to carve. That is designed for actually carving foam surfboards.
Oh, really?
But I use it to carve scenery, and that's what I use to carve out what's going to be a river.
Maybe we could utilize BJ's hot knife.
Oh, absolutely, we could.
My hot knife can go through that, no problem.
It would.
Oh.
And it would make a lot less mess.
It does. This stuff it does.
That's a lot like a bumper bar, mate. I don't know.
No, the bumper bar is a bit different.
Well, I'm looking forward because we're gonna trim this up, or we're gonna leave this bit overhanging.
Whatever your choice is.
Oh,
it's extra scenery space, or we could trim it up. That would actually be a really cool thing to do with a hot foam wire cutter.
Yeah, because we could get a nice radio.
We could.
Yeah.
Could make it, or just make the shape nice and irregular and make it look a bit more natural, because it's very geometric at the moment, isn't it?
That wouldn't be very good for people's OCD if it was all irregular.
But sometimes it's good to throw people off a little bit, just get them out of their comfort zone. But
I'm throwing off constantly.
Well, let's talk about the trackling process because I've done that bit already.
So is this one piece of track?
Technically, it is actually.
Oh, you mentioned to get.
Oh no, it was two. It was two. My mistake. Because I've got a join here and a join there.
Okay.
And I think I was required to use 2 lengths of so this is flexi track. So we call it crazy track, but this is the irregular sleeper Pico 009 track.
It's crazy track.
It's already popping off the sleepers.
It's got insomnia.
So it doesn't like to be bent too far. But
it's an irregular sleeper.
It is like me, yeah. When you own a cat, you are an irregular sleeper. So
what happened to you? Did you just bend that on itself?
I
and it
did.
Didn't snap.
Well, I had to be very careful. And I'll show you a tool that's designed specifically for this sort of thing. These are called a track setup. They're made by Pico. And it's basically a metal template that goes in between the sleepers and gives you a nice, perfect radii curve. But that's the tightest one they make, and that's 9 inches, which is I think about 250-ish, somewhere around that, somewhere around 200 to 250 millimeters. But we needed something much, much tighter than that because this is going to go in the cabinet, the model railway cabinet.
Yeah.
It's designed around those parameters. Those dimensions.
So it fits perfectly just here.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had some Kato Unitrack that I couldn't remember if I laid it on the outside or on the inside, and I used that as a template to bend the flexi track around on both sides.
Well, it's done a really good job because look at the radiuses on both sides is really even.
It looks quite round.
Yeah.
And then it's just soldered together.
Well, it's actually just a joiner at this point. There's just a rail joiner or a fish plate on either side, and on this side as well. That's where we got our power coming in from the bottom as well. And what I did to secure it down was once I bent it to the shape that I thought looked good.
Yeah.
I actually used my trusty God hand pin vise to
One of my favorites.
I believe I borrowed one from here and I loved it so much I went ahead and bought it. And it goes through these sleepers really, really well. And
so there are pins in there.
Oh yeah, there were pins. And I thought I had a packet of pins. Here we go. So I'll just show everybody real quick. So we've got these are track fixing pins by Pico, designed specifically for this.
And they go through the holes here.
Yeah, so I made the holes.
That's cheating.
How's that cheating?
Well, so you whittled the hole and then bang the nail in.
That's it. That's what it.
But just rail things easy.
Did you say whizzle?
Whistle.
No. Whizzle.
Yeah.
Swizzle.
But
Swizzle stick.
I put down a layer of like just regular PVA glue as well, and then once that's set, I pulled the nails out because I didn't want to see the nails anymore.
I thought just a temporary hold. Just keeping it
just
while the glue
temporary
is setting.
Yeah, I prefer the glue
as
opposed to using the nails. Nails to keep it in place.
Yep.
You could use pins. You wouldn't have to do that. But once the glue was completely dry, and it did take quite a while to dry because it was last winter when I did it.
Yep.
And you want to do that in an environment where you know it's going to dry relatively quickly because you will get some corrosion on the track.
Yep.
Which is what this got, and it was in storage in my garage for a while, and I can get a train around it, but we will need to clean it. So
how do you know it's got corrosion?
I can see it. Top of the railhead isn't smooth and shiny in a lot of spots.
So if we put the loco on it now, would we be able to see how patchy it is?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay.
So this is I got like a little mini trains. I think it's a Duke-Phil L60.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah,
Very cute.
pretty. We'll put it on there.
Yep.
I think everything's hooked up.
Let's just move it over here a little
Will the
bit.
dinner tram go in here?
It will, but it won't move. It's got no motor. But I can put it on if you want.
No, but can we get, is that the motor for this track?
We can get. Have we got one?
A plugger will work around this, but I don't.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Do we have a powered plugger?
No, not this one, but we'll make this one go on there, I think.
We'll have to get a chassis for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
When
this
we
guy's
do,
job.
we can do that. You want to give the power cab, the controller a bit of a go?
Okay, can I switch it to 100%?
You're going to be the skinny controller.
You might have to fiddle with the button. There you go. So
why is the light blinking so much?
because it's not getting very good
So
power
you can
pickup
see
at
how
the moment.
it's a bit patchy, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got varying amounts of.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
there you
so
go.
it's stopped there.
I christened the
There's a
layout.
bit of
I
corrosion.
christened the layout patchy.
Patchy.
I can see the light too. It's flickering.
Marlin's patch.
I guess we can stop it now for a
Yeah.
bit and look at how to clean it.
I'm getting dizzy.
We can tell that corner there needs a bit of attention, doesn't it?
So we want this to run nice and slowly, just like the real life prototype. We're talking about like a scale 10 kilometers an hour or less. So I've got a Pico rail cleaner.
Yep.
Or we could just call it a track rubber.
A track rubber?
Yeah.
It looks metal.
It feels like one of those old pencil erasers, but it's got like metallic elements
Racy
to it.
bits.
Yeah. So
Can I do it?
of course.
I'm not going to get electrocuted.
No. So probably the best. No, it's only going to be 12 volts. You'll be fine.
What do you do?
I like to use the ends. You can kind of see how I've used the end of.
I like this.
Yeah, like
And
that.
you just like that.
So what you're looking for is you want to be relatively gentle with it. Relatively gentle.
As you scrape it
But
away.
you can probably see how where it's tarnished, where it's
This guy.
because you still want some rails left, you know. You can see where it's tarnished. It's now shiny. The railhead's shiny. So that means you'll have better electrical conductivity, and I'm sure once you've given that a go,
So you just gently roll it around until it gets shiny. And
Yeah.
you should be able to get it
and then it
nice and smooth.
should run much better now. So this is the most popular track cleaning tool that we sell.
From my angle, it's chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
That's not showing you at
rails,
all.
mate. No cheese here.
No?
So
Like I said, I'm always hungry.
but if you guys at home have
How
old
annoying
track-
does this sound, by the way?
I'm sure it's great.
Does this sound annoying anybody else?
It's not as bad as the blackboard. With nails on it.
I'm getting a little wiggler, if I can see that.
You're getting the wiggle on.
Wiggle, wiggle.
But if you have an old train set that's been in the garage, you know, a garage for years on end, and you
Well,
pull
what
it
do you
out
do
and
that?
the track is tarnished, this will work perfectly well to get everything working like new again.
You do that end, otherwise I'll
Okay.
be reaching around. I don't know how that pans out.
It doesn't take much to brighten it up, does it?
So good as new.
Can we
Um,
make it make noise?
What make noise?
The
The
train. It doesn't have sound fit it, unfortunately.
I can add noise.
You can certainly add
All
your
right.
own noise.
I can do like choo-choo sounds and
Yeah.
whistles.
All right.
I have a good feeling that if we put this back on the track, we can get this to not only run consistently smoother on the whole thing, but we can do it a lot slower too.
All right, so can I crank it up again?
Yeah. There you go. That's what you want.
It looks very similar to me.
Yeah. You can slow it down a bit if you want. There you go. So this is probably the speed you'd want to run one of these.
No, I like it faster.
You like it
We'll
faster?
go faster? All right. Okay.
There we go. That's too fast. We're gonna get
Why?
thrown, we're gonna get thrown out of the
That'll give you
out
motion
of the
sickness,
cab.
won't it?
Yeah. These things used to run walking speed usually, or
So this is a test of how good an engine is, isn't it?
it is.
How
Yeah.
smooth the low speed running is.
That's it.
Hopefully
So
there's
it
a
just
bit more.
stopped there.
Hang on,
but-
that's because I ran out of power mocking it. Hang on.
That's how
This
it's
is-
working, is it?
That's the last time
Oh.
that you drive a train.
Oh, there we go.
What
It's
did
just
you
that this
do?
control's got a funky switch.
Funky
as well.
switch.
Don't blame the funky switch, mate.
But big improvement. Big
Oh, yeah,
improvement
yeah,
over
yeah.
how it was running before. Yeah.
It's all about the.
And this is 009.
This is 009.
So it's not N scale.
Technically, it's not. It's the
That's
same
HO scale.
same track gauge, same technical gauge as
and
N. So it's kind of like
a
combining the two.
wide body N.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And that's so we can get a nice compact layout.
Yeah.
But we can have bigger fixtures and fittings.
That's exactly that's the plus to 009 or like HO narrow gauge.
I'm sold.
Is that
I'm looking forward to this project. So far we've laid the track.
Yep.
Which we didn't do. It's going backwards, mate.
How good is it?
I'm freaking out.
Hey,
We can't see where it's going. It's got no headlight.
no, you can.
Got a
It's
reverse
open.
one.
So we're going to model this.
we are?
So what's the next step? We've cleaned the track. It's running
We
good.
clean the track. It's running as good as it needs to do.
What can people look forward to on next Friday's
So the
episode?
next thing that we're going to do is I'm probably going to take this home over the weekend and shave the foam with my special tool.
Foam shaver.
Shaver tool. If BJ wants to trim the corners, he's more than welcome to.
I love to trim the corners.
But basically, we want to get this nice and not
Okay.
flat. Everywhere on this that's flat besides the track, we want to make this as natural looking as possible. So railways are usually, like real life train is
Mhm.
rarely ever flat. It's normally just cuts and fills, trying to keep the track as level as possible.
So you're going to scrape it all around here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We're going to have a river flowing through it. A river
Yep.
will run through it.
Is that safe with electricity?
Isn't it a
It's
movie?
not going to be. It is. Brad Pitt, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
What is?
A river ran through it. It was good.
Oh.
I liked it.
Right, yeah.
We have got a watermill that will go on here.
That's
This is
good.
a,
We can make some bread.
This is we can if we want to, or power.
Make bread.
So this is
From
a nice
mill.
little so seamcraft narrow
So they used
gauge.
to mill the wheat, mate. Make the flour, make the bread.
Oh,
What's
let's take it back to.
Well, that's a stone mill.
Well, this is going to be like
Oh
a
my god.
late 19th century, early 20th century thing, so that'll look good.
Do we have to put a timestamp on it?
We don't, but I like to keep things somewhat accurate, I guess. But yeah,
So
the
what
watermill.
we're saying is the car might be out of place then.
Maybe, but there's a lot of places in the UK where they'd still have old watermills, so
Okay.
maybe that would be
Yeah.
fine.
All right.
I took some of these N-gauge Woodland Scenics tunnel portals.
Have a look from the top.
Oh, we're at the top now.
There we go.
I thought we were still at the top. But yeah, they're just plaster molding, and
Yeah.
I decided that they would make really good stone arch bridges either side. So kind of hard to see.
Oh, let's
see off the front.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so there'll be.
Doesn't the train go through that?
Well, the train's supposed to go through it, but I decided.
Oh, you're going to make the
I
water go through it.
repurposed it.
okay.
It. Yeah, so we've got the watermill. We've got
Quite
the
the
bridge.
creative, aren't you?
yeah. It's
I was
all
going to
about.
say, you've got it on sideways,
being
mate. The train
resourceful.
can't go through it there. It doesn't go
Yeah.
corners. It goes here. No?
No, you're right.
Can we
You're
have
right.
a tunnel somewhere on
If-
it?
if
I
you-
think train tunnels are
If
cool.
you would like to
I
have
think
a
so too.
tunnel on it, we should do a tunnel.
I reckon a bridge
fun.
and a tunnel is a must.
A
I
bridge?
think, I think so. It'll
What is
break
a
it up
bridge?
visually, won't it?
Ah, a
That's a
bridge and a
bridge.
tunnel.
Yeah, why not?
And then I think that next Friday we'll be getting our hands dirty with some plaster sculptor mold, and we'll be forming the terrain.
Really?
Yeah, with our fingers, just forming it all like your little god.
But then we're going to get the
You know,
track
just-
dirty.
We're gonna put tape over the track so it doesn't get dirty.
Ah, look, I'm learning already.
Yeah,
I'm asking.
That's it.
I'm
We're gonna mass
excited.
it.
So how many weeks do you think realistically it's?
Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
I'd say approximately a month if we do a little bit. We might not be able to do it all in the live, but we could do little videos in between as updates. But definitely in approximately a month's time, we could make this look really, really good.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. No, that is really cool. Thank you for coming on
You're
today
very
and
welcome,
imparting
guys.
knowledge. Have you got anything else to show us?
I did actually really quickly.
I'm shaking. I'm that excited.
But,
We're going to have our own layout.
While we were on narrow gauge, we got a really big Bachmann delivery this
Oh.
week, the biggest one we've seen in a long time, and there were a lot of new locomotives and some new Syncraft buildings.
Oh wow.
So this sort of thing would complement what we're building. This is a
We've got to give something for the people to buy,
This
mate.
is
Can't
that's
just
it.
use it all.
I like this because it was very Australian looking, even
Yeah?
though it's British. It's a narrow gauge corrugated station.
Reminds me of the bicycle shelter at my primary school.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
But
It's got pillows,
I
it's blades.
really, yeah, you got a little bench there. Look, it's a modest little shack, but I think that
Well,
would
it
look
could have
at
been
it.
somebody's home, mate.
Well, it could have been.
It's a
It's a
shack, but it's
condo.
my home.
It's actually a condo. You got 2 units.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would really look quite nice on like a small narrow gauge layout, kind of like what we're building.
Yeah.
Got
a lot of detail, isn't it?
That's it. Got a brick
Little
chimney,
bricks, yeah.
glazed windows, like you said.
I don't know that it's going to go with the stone, though.
I don't know if it will.
I don't know.
But I don't think we're going to put this on here because you're right. It doesn't match the theme. But I just thought it was cool to show.
That is very cool to show. I love it.
And then I've also got here a
What else is in your box?
a few more bits. This is
Oh, this one's a bit bigger,
Barn
isn't it?
doors.
this is a
We can have a
part
car
of the
park
same
for the
range.
train.
Yeah, this is actually meant to be an engine shed.
Yeah, we can park him in there. Can we put a turnout?
It's a bit big. No, I can't. I don't want it. I don't want to put a turnout on it. I think now that the track is laid,
All right.
I think it's just going to be a simple loop. But if you really want one, maybe we could accommodate that.
You and your corrugations.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But yeah, just a few ideas of things you could put on a small layout like that. But that's about it, really.
Now, this is the beginning of a pretty funky little project, isn't it?
It is.
So layouts don't have to be big. You know, you see a lot of
This
Would you
one's
do a huge one?
this one's pretty big.
this one's big for you.
I'm out of my depth.
Compared to the Sagawa ones we've looked at.
Oh,
that
yes.
were like this
That's
actually is really big. I thought this was a micro layout until I saw those, and then I realized that it's kind of on the big side of
It's
that.
double the size.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Marlin. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.